Welcome back to the Ocali Sports Film Room. Chris Becker, joined here by Sudeep, Tumma. Took a week off last week. OSU had a bye week, but we're back. OSU taking on Texas. OSU got home the win. Fourth quarter comeback. We're here in the Ocali Archive Room, Sudeep, surrounded by a whole bunch of history of former football. But now we're gonna break down this recent game. First play, 14:54 left in the third quarter. Texas holding a 17-13 lead here, or third quarter, my bad. Spencer Sanders is going to take the snap. He's going to roll out on a play action, find Braden Cassidy, who comes across the field, and pick up the first down. Sudeep, break it down for us.
Yeah, there was a lot of different plays that we could go on with this entire game, so many different things. But I really wanted to display this play because I think this shows the entire, not game plan per se, but when you see OSU's offense and what they found successful, it was a lot of misdirection, whether that was a run game, whether it was a pass game. Because you saw a similar, I think, catch earlier with Braden Cassidy, or maybe it was later, where they did the same thing on the other side. So what do we know about OSU this season? Jalen Warren has been an absolute beast, right? He's been great. He's been great in the zone running game, which they do a lot of. And what you see here is the hard fake to the left on the play action. So let's just watch it first. You see Jalen Warren. He's there in the shotgun. And hand it off that way. Nope. And Spencer comes around. Hits it to Cassidy. Now, here's what I'm talking about that zone run scheme. You just watch the offensive line here, right? All five guys. This is inside zone, and you're going to have a wham block from Braden Cassidy, or at least what looks like that sort of thing. So you have that wham block. Usually he's going to be coming across the formation and hitting that other, hitting the defensive end, defensive lineman, whoever it might be, on the other side. And all of OSU's linemen are going to be slanted left. So what you're going to see here, and you see them all go that way. And because of that, Texas defense is all heading that way because they know about OSU's run game. You stop that, you stop this OSU offense. So the entire time, they're all going there. And you're going to watch the safety, B.J. Foster, up the top right here. He's going to be sliding in late, and he's going to come on that side. So the entire defense of Texas is shifting toward that strong side, toward the right side that they're looking at. And because of that, the entire defense shifts there. Spencer holds it back, throws off his back foot a little bit because Foster's coming full heat. But Cassidy just slips straight out. And that's a misdirection. All going to the left. Drops back, pulls out, makes just a simple, softly puts it out there, and Cassidy's able to catch it. And we're going to see a better angle on the second one here. You watch it, right? This one I'm talking about the zone run scheme. It's all going toward the left. Everyone's there. Watch them. They're all going left, right? Everything's left. Even Brennan Presley's coming across the screen, and it all looks like it's going that way. And then watch. You see Spencer there, and just watch how much open room is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minus the one receiver. Cassidy's just out there wide open. And this is something that obviously OSU fans complain about a lot. The Cowboy backs are not used. But here, that is almost to their advantage. Texas is not expecting that to happen because usually Cassidy is going to be putting a block out here on B.J. Foster, on Thorin number 46 on the edge. But instead, he just slips out and goes. Catches that. Nice little game there.
I love Cowboy back, Sudeep. You know that, especially when it's Braden Cassidy. All right, play number 2 here. We're going to go 11:54 left in the third quarter. It's the ensuing drive after that OSU one that did not end in points, as you guys can see on the scoreboard. Bijan Robinson's going to take the handoff from quarterback Casey Thompson. He's going to burst up the left side for a 38-yard touchdown to extend that Longhorn lead. Sudeep, what led to that Bijan Robinson touchdown?
Yeah, we've seen Bijan Robinson, this entire season, and he's been monster, right? In all facets of the game, in the pass game, outside runs, inside runs. But what Texas did a lot of was a little bit of some of that misdirection, but they mostly hit the edges on OSU. That's where they really found success, and it looked like you couldn't run it up the middle with OSU and how they are with their linebackers and defensive line, how they've been this year. So Texas really found, I think, a gap on the edges, either left or right side. And that's what they did a lot with Bijan Robinson. They gave him the ball once, I remember, on I think it was a jet sweep early on, where they got him on the edge. And Bijan Robinson's just a do-it-all back. He has all those traits, right? He has the speed, he has the balance, he has his big compact frame. He can run through you, he can run around you. He's elusive in the open field. He can do all those sorts of things. But here he's just got obviously very good vision. But here they just get him the ball out to the outside. So you see Joshua Moore getting in motion, coming across the screen, and because of that, so this is a little different from the last play in the sense that OSU wasn't completely slanted one side. But I think on the edge, left tackle, number 70 for Texas, did an excellent job sealing that edge. And you see it there. Because of that, Robinson gets out there, right, into that little hole. And Cade Brewer, number 80, the tight end for Texas, he makes a very good block there on Colby Harvard-Pills and opens up the C. And I think, again, this is representative of how Bijan Robinson, Texas, was able to go with the run game. You see it here, right? Number 70, watch him. Makes that seal there, 75, and then Colby Harvard-Pills tries to set the edge, go more on the outside, but Brewer really takes him out there, and Bijan Robinson just sees it, goes straight forward, and out for a touchdown.
And if you saw it in the clog that number 70 created, it really caught all the defensive linemen for Oklahoma State
Right.
in that one area, which kind of they all ran into each other, kind of like what Christian Holman's Malcolm Rodriguez did there. They all ran into each other right there on the line, and it opened up, a whole bunch of green grass for Bijan. And it was luckily for OSU though, that was the last time Texas would score this game.
Yeah, and that's just success. That's credit to Steve Sarkisian and finding the hole with this obviously very talented, very suffocating OSU defense. But they found the weakness and they hit it.
Yeah, let's watch it one more time. This next play, it's going to be a 3rd and 12, 9:05 left in the fourth. You can see OSU just cut into that Texas lead. Texas had gone for three straight 3-and-outs. Casey Thompson's going to take the snap. Colin Oliver's going to come around the edge and bring him down for a sack to force that 4th straight 3-and-out and give Oklahoma State the ball back with the chance to take the lead. Sudeep?
See, this is what we talk about Jim Knowles' third down defense. Obviously, it's a huge topic so often, but here you're going to watch it, right? And also, what makes Colin Oliver so good? We'll see what makes Colin Oliver so good. But here you see it. You got about 6 guys in the box lined up. Malcolm Rodriguez is up there. Colin Oliver's obviously on one edge. Brock Martin on the other edge. Ty Lacey in the middle. They have that 4 guys, the defensive linemen. They have linebackers up there. And right before that play starts, Devin Harper is going to make a little subtle move outside of Colin Oliver. So what that does there is you have 1 Colin Oliver, 2 Devin Harper, and Thomas Harper, who's in the slot right there. All 3 of those guys are going to rush. Thomas Harper is going to come on that late blitz. But what you're doing here is you're creating, look at the split, right, between Colin Oliver and Tyler Lacey. You see that little gap there? You can afford to do that on a 3rd down in an obvious passing situation because no one's going to run the ball there. And it gives your guys advantages. I used to see this a lot last year when Trace Ford would be lined up on one side. You saw 3-4 guys on the other side. What Jim Knowles is going to do, he's going to confuse the Texas defense by having obviously guys in different positions, but also Tyler Lacey in the middle. You have these different other things, and you're going to see Malcolm Rodriguez. He's going to drop back in coverage, and watch you see Malcolm drop back. You have Thomas there, but it's Colin Oliver who gets there. All of a sudden you have this excellent edge rusher who's going to be matched up on a guard, right? The same reason you put Tyler Lacey in the middle. I see Colin Oliver's not that big, but watch him here, right? You talk about the bend of a defensive lineman, and just the athleticism. That's what it is with Colin Oliver. Watch it here, right? Because of that, he just gets right in on that guard. The bend right there, see him dip down? You can't put his hands on him, and the athleticism, just the tenacity. And with Colin Oliver, we've seen everything from him, from bull rushes, speed rushing moves, and just, again, pure athleticism, quickness, coming off the line, all sorts of things.
Yeah, there's a couple things I take away from this play. You always hear it preached by coaches or anybody, low man wins. And now Colin Oliver, he is much like Jason Taylor. When those two are on the field, what do, Sudeep? They make plays.
Yep.
And it's all they do. It's when they're on the field, they're going to make a big play. Jason Taylor, that pick 6 earlier in the game. Colin Oliver right here on a crucial 3rd down, getting that stop and getting OSU the ball back.
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? You got talented guys, and you got a scheme that Jim Knowles puts together so well. And as good as a scheme can be, you also need the guys to do it. And he has those guys, and he puts them in a position to succeed. But they're the ones that succeed. Yeah, just like Colin Oliver.
Yeah, that's what makes this defense so good. You got those guys who can make big plays when they need to. Like when they're on the field, they'll make big plays. And then you got the guys who can just hold down the fort, like Malcolm Rodriguez, who is constantly in the play all the time. Not necessarily making the huge flashy plays, but he's getting the tackles, he's stuffing the run, he's doing all that stuff. So I think Jim Knowles put together a great defensive plan this game and throughout the whole year, really.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's what happened, right? Second half, this defense was absolutely suffocating, and a lot of credit goes to these guys. A lot of credit goes to everything all around.
Right, well, that's all we had for you guys today. OSU now 7-0, top 8 in the country, and they're off to Ames this week. We'll be back next week. Thank you, guys.